Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live on the moon? Waking up in a lunar habitat, looking out the window at the Earth hanging in the black sky? Let's find out how close we are to calling the moon our second home. Before we start building lunar bases, we need to understand where the moon came from. Scientists believe that about 4.5 billion years ago, a Mars-sized object, Theia, slammed into Earth. The impact sent debris flying off into space, a chaotic cloud of molten rock and dust. Gravity pulled this debris together, forming what we now call the moon. This theory, called the giant impact hypothesis, explains why the moon and Earth share many chemical similarities. They're like cosmic siblings, forever linked by this ancient, dramatic event. Fast forward a few billion years and you have humans evolving on Earth, looking up at the moon, wondering what it was. In 1969, the impossible became possible. The world watched in awe as Neil Armstrong took that one small step onto the lunar surface. He and Buzz Aldrin spent about 2 hours outside the lunar module, taking photos, collecting samples, and planting the American flag. The Apollo missions weren't just about planting flags and grabbing souvenirs. They were about scientific discovery. The astronauts brought back lunar samples that helped us understand the moon's composition and history. They conducted experiments, took measurements, and gave us our first real glimpse into the challenges and possibilities of living and working in space. Since then, only a handful of other astronauts have had the privilege of walking on the moon. But that's about to change. We're on the cusp of a new era of lunar exploration, one that goes beyond short visits. Back in the Apollo era, getting to the moon was all about those massive Saturn V rockets. But the future of space travel is looking a lot different. NASA's Artemis program, the successor to Apollo, is leading the charge. They're developing the Space Launch System, SLS, a behemoth of a rocket designed to carry astronauts and cargo to the moon and beyond. Private companies like SpaceX are shaking things up with their own ambitious plans. Elon Musk's Starship, a fully reusable spacecraft, aims to make space travel more affordable and accessible. These new rockets are not just about getting us there, they're about staying there. We're diving in headfirst, ready to make the moon our second home. Landing on the moon is just the first step. The real challenge is building a home in this alien environment. The moon is not exactly a welcoming host. There's no atmosphere to speak of, which means no breathable air. Temperatures swing wildly between extreme heat and bone-chilling cold. And then there's the constant bombardment of radiation from the sun and deep space. But humans are nothing if not persistent. Scientists and engineers are already working on innovative solutions to overcome these challenges. One idea is to use lunar regolith, the moon's version of dirt, to three-dimensional print buildings. We could also use inflatable habitats that can be packed tightly and inflated on arrival. And then there are the lunar lava tubes, underground tunnels formed by ancient volcanic activity, which could provide natural shielding from radiation and meteoroids. Surviving on the moon isn't just about finding shelter. It's about creating a self-sustaining environment. We'll need to generate our own power, likely using solar panels to harness the sun's energy. We'll need to grow our own food, perhaps through hydroponics or other innovative farming techniques. So, we figured out how to get to the moon and build a base, but how will we actually live there? It's not just about putting on a spacesuit and stepping outside. We're talking about creating a sustainable way of life, one where humans can thrive for extended periods. The moon's lack of atmosphere means we can't just breathe freely. We'll need to create our own breathable air, likely by extracting oxygen from lunar regolith. Water is another precious resource. Luckily, there's evidence of water ice at the moon's poles, hidden in permanently shadowed craters. We could potentially extract and purify this ice for drinking, hygiene, and even for generating rocket fuel. And what about food? We can't rely on care packages from Earth forever. That's where hydroponic farming comes in. Imagine greenhouses bathed in artificial sunlight, growing fresh fruits and vegetables without the need for soil. The moon's lower gravity will have a significant impact on our bodies, potentially leading to muscle and bone loss. We'll need to develop exercise routines and countermeasures to stay healthy in this low-gravity environment. And let's not forget the psychological challenges of living in a confined, isolated environment far from home. Building a lunar base isn't just about escaping Earth's problems or proving we can do it. It's about creating a launch pad for scientific discovery, a place where we can unlock the secrets of the universe. Imagine a research station on the moon, where scientists can conduct experiments in a low-gravity environment, study the effects of space on the human body, and search for signs of ancient life. The moon is like a giant time capsule, preserving billions of years of solar system history. By studying its craters, rocks, and dust, we can learn about the early solar system, the formation of planets, and maybe even the origins of life itself. The moon's lack of atmosphere also makes it an ideal location for astronomy. Telescopes on the lunar surface wouldn't have to contend with atmospheric distortion, giving us an unprecedented view of the stars, galaxies, and other celestial wonders. We could observe the universe in wavelengths that are blocked by Earth's atmosphere, opening up new windows into the cosmos. Mining the moon for resources like helium-3 could have a profound impact on our future. Establishing a permanent human presence on the moon is not just about the moon itself. It's about pushing the boundaries of human exploration, expanding our reach into the cosmos, and ensuring the long-term survival of our species. The moon is a stepping stone, a proving ground for the technologies and strategies we'll need to explore more distant destinations like Mars and beyond. By learning to live and work on the moon, we'll gain invaluable experience in space travel, resource utilization, and closed-loop life support systems. The moon could also serve as a launch pad for future space exploration. Its lower gravity means that it takes less energy to launch spacecraft from the moon than from Earth. We could build a lunar spaceport, a hub for interplanetary travel, making it easier and more efficient to explore the solar system and beyond. And as we venture further into space, establishing outposts on other planets and moons, the moon could become a vital link in a network of human settlements. By embracing the challenges and opportunities of living on the moon, we're taking a giant leap for the future of our species. Living on the moon might seem like science fiction, but it's closer than you think. In the coming decades, humans could call the moon their second home, paving the way for a future among the stars. The moon beckons, a celestial oasis waiting to be explored and tamed. It's a challenge that will require the very best of humanity, our ingenuity, our courage, and our unyielding thirst for knowledge and exploration. So, what do you think? Would you ever want to live on the moon? Let us know in the comments below.